Hello everyone, welcome to another video. This is the 200th issue of STARLOG magazine. So obviously they're doing a special edition. This is all new exclusive interviews with Arthur C. Clarke, Tim Burton, it's kind of hard to read, isn't it? Joe Dante, Gail Ann Hurd, William Gibson, wow, Terry Gilliam, Ben Bova, wow. And it says Science Fiction and Fantasy's 200 most important people. Let's stop yapping, Jamie. Let's get right into it, shall we? Here we go. What, is that the first page? Yep. Okay, I'm excited. I don't think I went through this one before. You can still get your Star Trek The Next Generation on VHS tapes. Come on, that's a deal. Ooh, Frank Frazetta. He knew how to draw, folks. He has some artwork. Alright. Well, wait, what? This came out March when? Let's see. March 1994. So I was, wow. I graduated high school in June 93. So I think I was a manager at a video store at that time. Yeah, video store back in the day, kids. Wow. Yeah, I think it was. I think it was Video. Now I go back. Not Martin. Video Town. There was a place called Video Town back in the day. All right. 200 most important people in science fiction and fantasy. Wow, look how many people. These are writers, actors, artists, publishers, music and effects, of course. Put them all together and that's how you get magic. Ooh, the U.S.S. Enterprise. Here they all are. Wow, this is a cool issue. Got Forrest J. Ackerman in there, of course. I love that. Who's that? Oh, that's Harv Bennett. Harv Bennett did all the he was a producer of all the Star Trek movies. I think all the way up to Star Trek V. I don't think he was a producer on Star Trek VI. I think he retired by then. But yeah, he's huge. Ray Bradbury. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to go through all of them. You can pause and look at that anytime you want. But wow. Look how many. Buster Crabbe. Wow. What a cool picture of Buster Crabbe though. He was Flash Gordon back in serial days of the 30s. I think it was Buck Rogers. Wait, was he? Yeah, was he Flash Gordon or Buck Rogers? I think he was both. Yeah. You get what I'm saying. Oh, Harlan Ellison, he wrote that he was a big-time science fiction writer, but he wrote the Cities, what was it called? Cities on the Edge of Forever? I can't remember the title very well. Star Trek. Yeah, he was a good science fiction writer. I can sit here all day just go through all these people. I love them all. Like you said, you can pause at any time you want if you want to look at it deeper. Stephen King. Oh my gosh, yes. I would like to go through this and see if they forgot somebody. I'm sure they did. Come on. There's so many people out there, but... H.P. Lovecraft. Wow. Ooh, Andre Norton. Huge fan of him. Wow. He's a great writer. I can spend all... Man, I might do that. But I don't want to take up your time. Like you said, you can pause if you want to look at it longer, but... Ooh, 1967 Star Trek leaf sets. What the heck is a leaf set? I don't know. Don't know. What a great issue this is. And what a great idea to do that. A very, very young Neil Gaiman. 1994, looks like. Wow, Edward Wood. Oh, Ed Wood Jr. He got the reason why he's on there, because think about it, 1994, I think he became super popular because a new book came out. Somebody said he was the worst director of all time, so he got popularity there. Then Tim Burton, same year, in 1994, did Ed Wood. So yeah, he was in every magazine. Wow, people you just forgot names, like Douglas Adams. What a great writer. Ooh, didn't he draw? He wrote The Planet of the Apes. I'm pretty sure that name looked really familiar. Just people you forget about. I love going through these old magazines. Look at Bruce Campbell's going to be there. Go get in a time machine and you go to Greenville, South Carolina. You go visit him. At that time frame, wait, wasn't he doing Briscoe County Jr.? Let me think. No, well maybe I think 93 to 94 in that time frame. Love Briscoe County Jr. Oh, Arthur C. Clarke. Wow. How cool is that? I really liked that movie 2010. I did really... Well, I guess he did say author of 2010 Odyssey. It was Peter Hyams and him, but yeah, I never read it. But the movie was pretty good. I mean, how do you know, a sequel to 2001? Come on, how do you do that? I think they pulled it off. I think it was good. Clive Barker, Arnold Schwarzenegger. There's just so many. Look how young George R. R. Martin is here. Oh my gosh, I love it. Stan Winston. Oh, Lewis Carroll. I mean, come on. So many. I love that movie. I don't know why I didn't talk. I was reading. That's why. But I love Joe Dante. I think right there, Joe Dante. I didn't say his name or anything. I was just I was reading, forgetting I was with you. We're both together here, folks. We're looking at it together. But anyway, Joe Dante. I mean, if you look at his movies, they're good, all of them. I love Matinee. Huge Matinee. Of course, Gremlins is my top 10 favorite movie of all time. I saw that when I was, well, like 10 years old. Just love it. Man, I guess it's nostalgia. You know, nostalgia, glasses, but because you're young, so it shapes your life. Like, good example, that's why I'm a huge Indiana Jones fan. Came out in, what, 1981, 1984, 1989. The 80s, for me. Because I was, that was when I was growing up. Fred Saber. Wow, you just forget about all these names. Oh, he did tons of Star Trek books. He's done more than just Star Trek books, but... Oh, Terry Gilliam. Patrick Stewart, yeah. John Williams, of course. Chuck Jones, oh my gosh. David Cronenberg. Oh, there's Terry Gilliam. What a crazy person. What a great mind, though. He comes up with some good stuff. His movies are all great. I grew up with Time Bandits. Even as a kid, I knew it was crazy. I'm like, what is this wacky movie? As a kid, even, I thought that. But all of his movies have a fairy tale feeling to it. A fantasy, you know what I mean? All of them. They're all good. Oh, I forgot Gail Ann Hurd. Yeah, big time producer, and it's called The Penal Colony, but they changed the name. That movie came out as, don't tell me. I just did a review on it because I just watched it again recently on Tubi. Ah, my brain's broken. But it was called, look, the title at the time was called Penal Colony. It would have been a better title, because that's why I can remember the title it went to theater with. Which is amazing. Maybe it'll come to me, maybe. But as you get older, kid, sometimes your brain just doesn't fire on all cylinders. But it was a good movie, though. I think, who directed that movie? Wasn't it like Martin Campbell? The guy who did like Casino Royale, The Mask of Zorro, that, well, he did Goldeneye. Yeah, Goldeneye. I mean, a whole bunch of... I could be wrong. That's just how my brain is. Ridley Scott, Rick Berman. Yeah, he was doing all the Star Treks at one time. Michael Crichton. Gosh. He was directing and writing. This from the 70s on. I mean, gosh. The one I love the most and no one ever talks about is The Great Train Robbery with Donald Sutherland and Sean Connery. He wrote and directed that. That's a great movie. Tom Baker. Now he's my Doctor Who, folks. That's what I grew up with. Wow. And this is the coolest thing. I mean, what a great issue. How fun. Richard Donner. Ooh, Master of Nightmares. I love that movie. I saw it in theaters. Wasn't sure what to expect. You have to remember, I opened up a newspaper. Yes, newspaper, kids. And I looked and I saw this movie called Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm like, what is this? But I love Halloween. I'm a huge Halloween fan, so I'm like, ooh. And I said, oh, Tim Burton did it. I'm like, oh. Well, Tim Burton technically did do it, but he didn't direct it or anything like that. But that, Tim Burton's name was on it. At the time, I didn't know that, of course. And Danny Elfman, I'm like, wow, what is this? So I went to the theaters and just started looking at it. And started watching it, I'm like, and it was magical. It was so good. Still good to this day. I love Batman Returns. It's my favorite Batman movie. Gosh, I love it. Cabin Boy. Remember that movie, Cabin Boy? Probably no one does. I do. I actually saw it in theaters, which is crazy. I know. Wow. Jack Kirby and Stan Lee, Mary Shelley. Wow. This is a great issue. Kenneth Johnson, man. He did so much TV in the 80s, but he did V. That's all I remember. Remember V? That TV miniseries that came out? Man, that was huge for me as a kid. Robert Zemeckis, of course. Oh, H.R. Geiger. Wow. Or Giger. Somebody was a Giger. Michael Moorcock. He did those fantasy novels. I only read a few. Was it like Eric the Red? Am I wrong? I can't remember. My brain's not as good. But yeah, I read a few of his. I liked him. Jack Arnold. Yeah. He directed like Creature from Black Lagoon and stuff like that. Ben Bova. I have to admit, I don't know much about Ben Bova, so I'm going to have to look into this. Since I like science fiction and horror. Yeah. I love the covers. I'm telling you, the 80s and 90s had better book covers, folks. I don't know what's up with book covers today. They're boring and bland. Look at these book covers real quick. Look at that. That's so cool. Nowadays, just literally the title and the person's name. And with maybe, you know, a little picture or something. Ooh, it's William Gibson. I'm a huge fan. I got a lot of his books. I've read a lot of his stuff, so I know him real well. Yeah. I just recently reread this. What year? It was last year, October. Yep. So I just moved down to a new area and with some comfort, a comfort novel I call it. I'm like, I'm gonna reread this. I really liked it. And guess what? It was still good. Still good. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, huge Sherlock Holmes fan. I have a huge Sherlock Holmes display over on my desk. Yeah, I love Sherlock Holmes. This is fun. Wow, Murray, I haven't seen this name forever. He was a big time science fiction writer in the 50s. He just, man, prolific. He shot stories out every minute, it felt like. Ooh, H. Rider Haggard. Huge fan of that. That guy. Huge fan. I like to read a lot. But I actually like to read a lot of old stuff. I don't read much new stuff, I'll be honest. Wow, this is cool. Ooh, Alan Moore. I just finished his, last year around December, I finished his book, Jerusalem. Wow, that thing was ginormous. And I'll say 70, this is just my opinion, who am I, right? But 70% of that book I love. 30% I'm like, ooh, I don't know about. Isn't that weird to be that high? Like, oh, love this book. It's broken up in 3 sections, and section 3 is my favorite. Actually, section 1 and 3. I think 2 is the middle part. But anyway, it's a great book. I kept it, so it's on my shelf. That's how much I liked it. So, man, look at this. This is a big issue, man. Look, we're still going on, folks. I love it. This is just ads, so you can pause anytime you want. That's the finishing article for William Gibson interview or whatnot. But yeah, these are the finishing parts of all those articles. I think it's probably the back page. Oh, it's still going. Wow, I had this when I was a kid. I love this thing. As a kid, I was in high school. I guess being at high school as a kid. Who am I kidding? Yeah. I had a funny group of friends in high school. Like I had a group of friends that was big in comic books and Star Trek, and I had a group of friends that was big in sports, and I blended in with both. You know, I would just, because I like both. You know, so I was one of those guys. But yeah, so I would go to a study hall, and one study hall we'd just talk about comics, Marvel, DC, and what's going on there, and Star Trek and Star Wars. And the other study hall would be, hey, that's how they talk about it. Hey, what about those Browns? And the other guy would be like Dolphins, you know, just sports stuff, you know. The Reds, you know. But yeah, ooh, yep, Transfers 4. That was a good one. That was a good installment. I'm a huge full. Is that it? Is that the end? Yeah, that's the end. All right, folks, we did it. I'm a Full Moon affiliate. I love Full Moon movies, and I love all the transfer movies. All right, close your eyes, because I don't want to blind you. See if I can go back. Look at that. Look how fast I'm going. Oh, I did it. All right, that was the end. That was a big issue. Wow. Yeah, that was March 1994, right? Yeah. All right, babe. That was it for today. Hope you have a great day, and check back with me again. I got more magazines. I got DVD releases coming up. I got some toy reviews, not reviews, I guess, just let you know what new toys are coming out and what toys are out there. I got more comics and magazines. I got book reviews, movie reviews, and I guess Barnabas Batbeard's doing some audiobooks. He's a crazy character. All right, everybody, have a great day. I'll see you very, very soon. Bye bye.